Well, according to this, it says we are live and nobody is watching. So we'll give it a few minutes and we'll see how many people join in. Robert's Garage says he's here. Nick's Garage, check 1, 2. Turlo's Garage, Will R. Thank you guys for showing up and watching this little test session. If you're on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, because this is a test, go ahead and either type in the chat if you're live or in the comments that you're on YouTube. And if you're actually watching this on Facebook, then again, please either in the live or down in the chat when we're done, just go in and type in that you're on Facebook. Because right now we are multi-streaming. We've upped our game. And we are trying to see if the Car Guy and Six Fan Show, at least when it's hosted on my channel, if we can grab a broader audience by doing the Facebook as well as the YouTube. So obviously you guys usually catch us on YouTube. That's going to be way too dark. Catch us on YouTube, and that's where we have our Car Guy and Six Fan Show, myself and Grant Tommy. Gary Mathis is on YouTube. Everything is Broken Garage, YouTube. Darren, YouTube. Brian Cahill, he's on YouTube. So yeah, thanks guys for kind of just joining me with this little test session. I'm going to get out of the direct sun because it's so hot and bright and get around the corner here. We've been live for a couple of minutes. And like I said, all I'm trying to do is hit a broader audience. We're up to 11 people watching on the YouTube side, and I cannot see for the life of me using my cell phone how many people are on Facebook. But I appreciate all you guys jumping in here and seeing what's going on. One of the things that Grant and I have talked about over the past little bit is we're wondering why our audience isn't bigger than it is. I jumped on Montana Garage's live stream or his premiere the other night, and he had 181 people watching that live stream. And all he was doing, or his premiere, all he was doing was trying to get his fuel injection working on the DD Speed Shop 57 Chev. And 181 people had joined that premiere. And when I do a premiere, either with one of my videos or we go live on the Car Guy Six Fan Show, you know, we're lucky to have an average of probably 30 to 40 people at any given time. And there was one time, I think the record is at like 93. We've never hit that 100 subscriber people at the our viewers during a live stream. So one of the ways that you guys can help us with that is when we do go live is sharing. There's a share button down below the screen. You can hit share and share it to your social media. That way people who might be car people that are friends of yours might be interested in joining up and watching and seeing what we have to offer. When Robert's Garage says when I go live, he averages 15 to 30. Yeah, so we should be hitting a broader audience. I think if anybody that's ever been a part of the Car Guy and Six Fan Show, if they all showed up at the same time, we probably would have a couple hundred people on any given Thursday evening. And as it sits right now, like I said, you know, we appreciate the 30 to 40 people that show up every week. We just like to have a bigger audience, but it'll happen. And I do understand that those Thursday evenings aren't necessarily conducive to everybody being able to join at the same time. That's why we do it at 9 o'clock my time, which is 7 o'clock Central. Let's see who's in the chat here. Tony's Garage would have a live with you, and that would help. We actually had Tony's Garage on the show last season, and I think that might have been the stream where we got 93 people. But we've also had big names like Nick's Garage, Derek from Vice Grip Garage. We've had Junkyard Diggs and other big names, the Craig 909. These are other big channels. And they don't necessarily draw a huge crowd. But having said that, I think it's time we need to up our game a little bit. So I did pay the extra monthly fee here on StreamYard so that I can, as you guys can see right up here, I've got my logo instead of that StreamYard duck. And we've also got a couple of other things here that we can multi-stream, meaning we can go on 2 different forums, maybe even 3, I don't know. But we're on YouTube and Facebook right now with this test. So if you're watching this, like I said, let me know that you're watching it from YouTube. If you're on Facebook, make sure you tell me you're watching it from Facebook. And I do see a thumbs up on the screen on my end. It tells me that someone's giving me a thumbs up on the Facebook side of things. So not really sure if that's exactly where it's coming from, but I've never seen it before. Yeah, so Rude Mopar Dude, if you go back through the Car Guy and Six Fan Show playlist, either on my channel or Grant's, you'll see where we had Dylan McCool, as Trucker Dave said. We've had, all these big names. Let's see, Rust Belt Mechanic was debating on doing that as well on his stream. Yeah, I think, like I said, this is just a test for me, but I think if you can get different people that may not regularly watch your channel, that may just simply follow you on Facebook, they may be friends, and even when it's done, I can share from my Olde Carr Guy Facebook page to my personal and help get that out there again, like I do, with all my videos. Trucker Dave says he's watching on both. Well, I appreciate that, Dave. We would be game to do a live with you. Yeah, and that's something that we're trying to do. We are booked up at this point for season 6. But because the fact that Robert Myers, thank you so much for watching on Facebook, we are able to book in for season 7 at some time in the near future. So if you want to send me a private message, a DM, either on Instagram or on my Facebook page, let me know. And we'll do our best to put you in the lineup for season 7 and get some of you guys on the channel as well. I'm going to come over here so I can set the tripod down so I don't have to hold it. So besides watching me, what's everybody up to this evening, or I guess this afternoon, depending on what part of the world you're watching me from? We got 3 thumbs up from Facebook. Robert's Garage here. Yes, Robert. Yeah, I keep forgetting your last name, so that's why I didn't realize it was you. Turlos is working, and I guess right here in the chat, it does show me that where the chats are coming from. So Dave and Rob, you guys are coming from Facebook, and Turlo says shows that he's coming from the YouTube. Jason Kellogg, yes, finally got that bus all cleaned up, looking awesome. Watching from Facebook. BS Small Engines, thanks for jumping in. Taking a break. Let's see. NZ Mopar, Wednesday, New Zealand. Yes, you guys are a day ahead, half a day ahead of us. Working on a 25 Studebakers. They had Studebakers in New Zealand. Were they right-hand drive? Darren's from Kingston, Ontario. Yeah, I know, my handsome fella. Thanks, buddy. It's the beard, isn't it? Dave McGraw from Moncton, New Brunswick. Welcome. Dave, did you see the post from the Atlantic Nationals group there that they're actually going to be able to do something this year? I think that's pretty awesome. Gary Mathis is just keeping cool. Trucker Dave is in Indiana, heading to Wisconsin. Trucker Dave. So I'm kind of glad that I'm doing this little live stream test tonight, because we had ordered a new chandelier for the kitchen, or for the dining room, and I was in the middle of putting it up, and I had to ask my wife what time it was, and she said, it's 25 after, and I'm like, oh goody. I mean, oh darn, I gotta stop doing this for a minute. Standing here like hands over your head, just like working on a car. Your arms get tired, and at the same time you're trying to hold the chandelier and work one-handed. It's a pain in the butt. I hate doing electrical stuff. Good thing I was able to take a break from it. Yes, they were right-hand drive. That's amazing. I would love to see that. I'll have to head over there and check out your channel. There you go. Can't wait for the Nats finally. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to make it, Dave. I got family coming home from Ontario that haven't been home for a couple of years, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get away or not, but it would be nice to get up there. What's for sale on the lot today? Well, hey, why don't we walk around and take a look? I don't think I can switch my camera. You hang on. Camera. Nope, that just shuts it off. Okay, well, I won't be able to see the comments because I'm going to turn the camera around. So let's take a look. So over here we've got the Kia Magentis / Optima, depending on where you're from, would depend on the what they called it. $29.95. We've got the Ford Fusion Sport 2012, high miler, but $3,600. And then we've got the 2010 Ford Fusion. This is a SEL all-wheel drive V6, lower mileage, $5,500. We got a 2015 Chevy Cruze, 2015 Ford Fusion. Ford Fusions are big sellers for us, guys. 15 Sentra, 13 Altima. We've got a 14 Ford Fiesta. We've also got a 14 Nissan Juke with only 50,000 kilometers, guys. That's like 32,000 miles. And over here we've got the 15 Kia Sorento, 60,000 kilometers, again about 45,000 miles. And we've got a 15 Nissan Rogue, all-wheel drive, and a 14 Santa Fe. We don't have a whole lot on the lot right now with the new cars. It's they're hard to get, and people who are looking to trade their older car in for a new car can't get what they want because the new car dealers don't have inventory, and that makes it hard for the used car dealers because the used cars aren't coming in on trade. So as it sits right now, there goes the 5-0. As it sits right now, we are in the process of trying to build our inventory because, all restrictions have been lifted here in New Brunswick and things have gone what they classify as green, and we're just waiting for business to pick back up, things to get back to normal. And, it's a slow go. Business has been slow this year. We're hoping to see, see things. Jason is drinking his cold snack. Yes, we are. I've even got my own Yeti with my sticker on it. No Yugos for sale on the car lot. No, not yet. No Nissan Skylines. I saw somebody up here say something about something here. Nissan Juke. You don't know what a Juke is? Look it up. They're pretty cool looking rigs. No Euros. Tisk. Okay, so I've been over this a few times about the European and Japanese market. So the Nissan product we can sell fairly well. Kia, Hyundai, we do sell a lot of. But out of the European stuff, the Volkswagens, Audi, stuff like that, we're just a small population of people down here in this neck of the woods. So my town has about 5,000 people in it. The whole county is probably 15,000 people. So there's not a lot of people around here. The two nearest cities of about 100,000 apiece have all those car dealers up there. So when people want that stuff, they go there to get it. It's a hard sell down here in Redneckville, meaning you can't sell those type of vehicles. We've sold a few. I mean, we brought a few Volkswagens in the past, but you just can't. They don't sell very well as the other stuff. So when we buy our cars, we buy what we know sells. So everything that you see here, the Fusions, that's why we have so many Fusions. They sell so well. Gary says there's a delay between YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, so on YouTube, you're actually a 20-second delay from when I'm speaking. And on Facebook, it might be a little quicker. So you're catching that stream a little bit quicker than you would be on YouTube. All of our cars do come from dealer auctions. And so over the years, we've been in business since 2008. And over the years, we've come to realize just exactly what cars sell well, and some of it's because they're cheap, some because they're good sellers and good cars. And I said to explain to a customer this morning, he said, well, you don't have any Corollas. No, I don't. And the reason is because if I have a 15 Corolla set beside a 15 Chevy Cruze, the Chevy Cruze will sell 10 times, 10 to 1 over the Corolla, because it's usually about $3,000 cheaper. And the cost of ownership on a Corolla versus a Cruze over a long time period, as we all know, is far less than what it would be on, say, a Chevy Cruze. Are Chevy Cruzes good car? Well, sure they are. We sell a pile of them. But it's still a Chevrolet. I'm a big foreign car believer, and when I say foreign cars, I'm not just exclusive to Toyotas or Hondas or whatever. I believe that foreign-made vehicles to North America are better built. Let's see what we got in the chat going on here. Need to get some square bodies on that lot. Well, we do have a square body. It's not on the lot. It's my own personal. But one thing, if you go back through some of my older videos, one thing that I said that we were going to do as part of changing things up for the car lot is looking for older vehicles to bring in, fix up, and prep to sell for somebody as a project vehicle. Are they going to be perfect? Absolutely not. Are they going to need some work? Yes. Lots of work? Maybe. But we're going to travel to get them. And when COVID came, it shut things down, and it kind of, turned that tap off for us, because we couldn't travel to get them. And as far as we could travel was within our own province. And even to some degrees, when certain areas of the province went red in lockdown, we couldn't even go there. So at some point, we do want to be able to go and buy some older stuff and get that inventory built up. I don't know if you guys can see that little ultralight. You can probably hear him. There he is, right above my head. And start bringing some of that stuff back. Maybe some old square bodies, maybe some old Camaros and F bodies, maybe some Novas or Chrysler products, some old Ford Mustangs or Galaxies. Who knows what you might find. Trucks seem to be popular, so maybe we find some trucks and bring them back as well. Corollas are cheap in Manitoba. Send some my way, James, because some of the older ones, like, if they're 10 years old, we can sell those real quick, because people will buy a 10-year-old Corolla, for $3 or $4 grand over a newer one, because they do. And some of them realize that, I can buy these older ones, and they're super, super good. Any shows out your way or coming up? Maybe a show on your lot. So one thing, David, that I've been toying the idea of is not necessarily a show per se, but is some sort of a redneck parade or a redneck show where people can come and bring their atrocities, show them off, whether they're road legal or not, and even have a mud bog and different stuff like that, maybe a parade through town. That's something that I'd love to be able to get organized and have some fun with, so that if you can, you want to go and you want to take a car like a Blackjack here and run it through a mud bog, and I don't think it would get very far being rear-wheel drive, but if you just want to go out and have some fun, and you could do that. So it'd be nice to be able to find that property, and there's lots of it around. And if you guys to help organize that, I think that would be fun and great content for the channel as well. Was that ultralight? Yeah, no, it was an ultralight. My family's from the Rock, so I'm still in town. Anyways, guys, we've been live here now for 20 minutes. We're only going to go for a few more. I appreciate you taking some time to watch this stream and see what's coming up. I will give you a heads up on some of the things that are coming up on the channel, so you guys all know that I'm striving for 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and that will happen likely this year, probably in November-ish, if things stay on the right track. Getting dry. So, and if that's the case, I've been reaching out to all my past sponsors, and every single one of them have jumped on board to put together a big prize pack and a donation to win some stuff. And we'll be doing a video on that very, very soon. I'm trying to get a t-shirt put together for that as well, for that special occasion, because we are going to be giving something big away as well as the prize package. We've got some projects coming up with Dale. We've got cruise control we're going to be putting on Dale. We've got some cleanup and a few things that we're going to be doing to Grandma. Something that never got done early in the spring with some touch up on the paint. And I'm going to be ordering a Marty tune for that. So we'll be getting the Marty tune installed on that, and we're doing some road tests and comparing past times with current times on the tune. We've also got the Chrysler Cordoba is something that we've got the Holly Sniper kit to install on that, and we're waiting for the garage to get built out back. And last night, I'm going to post some pictures on Instagram. Last night, my wife and I were out with the bush hog and clearing out some stuff and trying to get started to make some room for the driveway and such to get into our place and where the garage is going to go. So we'll have some shop building content. And here comes that guy again. Excuse me. Trying to do a show here. Thank you, Herbie. So yeah, we got Dale, the truck, cruise control, a tune on Grandma. We've got the EFI setup going on the Chrysler Cordoba, and we've got some shop building videos that are going to be coming really, really soon. Yes, Dale's going to get some cruise control because come September, which is tentative, we're going to be making a trip to Nick's garage. So George, if you're watching this, the plan is that when and if Big Easy, Luke from Coastal Auto Reaction, does make the trip across country to pick up his engine for his truck, I want to drive from here to Nick's and meet up with them and do some recording with these guys. We've also got we want to make that trip with Dale. Dale's been working absolutely great, and we do have a solution for the EFI fuel starvation problem that we've been having. It's nothing to do with the Phytech kit at all. It just has to do with the way I installed that pump. So we do have a solution for that, and that'll be in an upcoming video. So I want to take Dale the truck, and I can drive Dale for probably maybe 2 to 3 hours, no issues without cruise control. But it's 8 hours from here to Montreal. It's a long old haul. So we've got the cruise control that came in last week, and it's going to be probably at least a couple part video. Maybe it's just going to be one long video of getting that installed, tested, and get it working. So it has cruise control. It's got air conditioning. That's all I ever wanted in a cruiser. And actually, the old Cordoba has cruise control on the car physically. It's been on the car for 5 years. I've never hooked it up. So I got to get that done too. 5 hours in a Mopar. You got that right, George. Pedal to the metal. And I see the way that those guys run their cars. And if I had that kind of power, I'd probably do the same thing. But I just got an old 360. So maybe I could do it in 7. Who knows? Anywho, we're coming up here in 25 minutes. I'm going to end it here. Thanks, guys, for taking some time out. 20 of you for being in the chat and getting this thing tested out. I see most of you guys were on the YouTube side of things. This particular video is going to constitute one of my videos for this week because I do have lots of content. I just haven't had a chance to get it edited yet. Things have been a little bit busy at work with the shop and doing some stuff around the house, and lots of things coming. My mom and stepdad are driving from Ontario, Thunder Bay, leaving next Friday. And I haven't seen them in 2 years because of this whole COVID BS. So get to spend some time with those guys, and they are prepping a piece of land that they bought here a few years back to be able to spend some more time with us. I'm excited about that. So things are going to be busy. I'm going to try and get a few videos made ahead so that I don't have to be editing the whole time that they're visiting. We can just have them scheduled to go. And of course, we also got the Car Guy Six Fan Show coming up this Thursday over on Grant's channel. And yeah, I appreciate that, George. I do deserve a break. It's been a long time since I've had much time off, and where it's just Dad and I here at the shop right now because everybody else is on layoff. It's going to be tough to get away for a break. So we've talked about maybe even shutting the shop down for a week, which means shutting the car sales. It's a tough call, but if either one of us want to take some vacation, it's what we may have to do. If the borders open up soon, I do hope to make a trip down to the coast of Maine and visit my good buddy Dave, Trucker Dave. It's something that we've been talking about for a long time, trying to make happen, even though the borders are open coming this way. It's really only open to those who have gotten vaccinated, and nothing against anybody who doesn't get vaccinated, but unfortunately, you're not allowed to cross the border if that's the case. So, anyways, hopefully we get to get some really good content, and get some trips in, get some travel, and get some good performance videos in there with the old grandma, so that we can get that thing working right with that Marty tune. I'm really looking forward to that. So, guys, I appreciate it. Nate, you're just a little bit late because I'm getting ready to go off air, but I appreciate you popping in here anyway. Thanks again. And don't forget, we will be live streaming from the Car Guy Six Fan Show next week when we're back on my channel on both Facebook and YouTube. Hope you can join us there. Guys, as I end every video, stay focused on the windshield, not the rearview mirror. Love you guys. God bless. We'll see you around.